What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel here in Spain. How y'all doing? Make sure if you like what I'm about to say, you like, comment, and subscribe, because why not? All right, now let's get into it. Now, welcome to Broke Believer Diaries, episode 4. Today we are going to talk about motivation and discipline, because you need one, not necessarily the other. Let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Now, I'm a little bit more relaxed today. I am just chilling, still coming off my cold from the other day. So, I'm just, keeping it a buck with y'all. I'm going to be real relaxed, looking real chill, okay? And that's okay, because every day is not gonna look perfect, but we gonna show up. Ain't that right? Yes, I did not show up yesterday. No, I've been busy trying to figure out other content as well. So this might be every day, this might be every other day, but y'all are going to continue to get these diaries until it goes from Broke Believer Diaries to just straight up Believer Diaries. You know what I'm saying? So at some point we'll get there, but while we're here, let's go ahead and talk about that motivation and discipline. Why don't we? Okay, cool. Now, discipline is something you need in order to accomplish anything. You got to have discipline in your life in order to accomplish any goals that you want, any aspirations you have, any friendships, any relationships. Discipline is going to be needed in all aspects of it, right? Motivation is not always going to be present. You're not always going to feel motivated to try. You're not always going to feel motivated to get up. You're not always going to feel motivated to do something. But because you have discipline, you're going to get up and do it anyways. Most of us don't like going to the gym or working out. And we still got to do it for our health. You want to have health, right? Exactly. So it's something that we still have to do regardless. So the same goes for any of your goals, right? You want it, go get it. The other day on my TikTok, I was talking about a specific sound that I had heard, and it was the, oh, we get what we deserve. I can hold the tune, but can't really sing too much. Let's not get into it. But that sound, every time I see the comments, it's always, no, I didn't deserve this. Like, I didn't choose this life. I don't deserve to live this life. And I truly agree. Most of the hands that we're dealt, we didn't deserve these hands, but at the end of the day, we got dealt them. And nobody gonna know how to play your cards better than you, truthfully. Nobody knows how to play the cards in your hand better than you, because they're the cards in your hand. So there's this thing where now you have to go through all these stages of grief. You got to go through the acceptance. You got to go through the fixing, everything, right? And it all starts with denial at first. And for me, that sound sparks that fire. Oh, we get what we deserve. I deserve more. I deserve better. I'm going to go get it. That sparks that. But I'm noticing that sound truly is just sad for a lot of people. And I also think that has to do with mindset and perspective. Because I noticed that when I was sad a couple of years ago, well, not even a couple of years ago, last year sometime, year before that, when I'm sad and I hear a sad song, I'm going to think the worst of it, right? My headspace is not in the right place. If my discipline isn't really there, if I don't have no motivation to do nothing, the sad songs are sad, right? And we feel those lyrics so intensely. And it's just like, no, I don't deserve what I get, but I got it. And I beg to differ. I want to play the other side for a second, right? We get what we deserve. If we all believe that we deserve better, we all have to understand that nobody else is going to get it for us. We have to go get it because it's what we deserve. So, not to say that any of the pain that anybody is going through or any misunderstanding that you're having with people, you deserve that. You don't. But you do deserve to know what healing feels like. You do deserve to know what life is like on the other side of being misunderstood. What life is like when people understand you without you having to overly explain yourself. You do deserve to know what life is like when it's not being lived, how you're currently living it, But the only person who is going to be able to get you there will be you ultimately. Because unfortunately, for most of us, we didn't cause the pain, but we have to do the fixing of it. And that sounds so bad, but that's where discipline comes in at. We want better for ourselves. We have to have the discipline to go get it. We can't always rely on our moods or how we feel, because you're not going to feel your best every day. Especially if you're going through something really hard in your life, you're not going to feel good every day. It's not going to happen. But pushing through is needed. It really is. And sometimes you're going to have to push through for a week. Sometimes you got to push through for 3 months. Sometimes you got to push through for years. But the pushing always pays off. You just have to understand it's not going to be in the timeline that you want it to be in. It's definitely not going to be in the timeline that you want it to be in. But it's going to happen when you're most ready for it. But it's only going to happen when you're most ready for it. So to take it back to discipline, if you want to be ready for it now, you have to have the discipline and understand I got to put my mood and my feelings to the side when it comes to most stuff, because I got to get these things done. You want to get out of the situation you're in. Okay, what is the first step to getting out of it? Stop overthinking everything like you need a full-fledged plan right away. Sometimes all you need is step 1. Complete step 1 and then make it to step 2. Complete step 2, make it to step 3. I will say for me personally, that's where I always get trapped. I will have the motivation one day to make this big old grand plan to create all this content or to do all these graphics and all those great things, and then the burnout comes, the burnout happens, and I realize I don't have any discipline to keep going when I don't feel like it. And that's what's truly holding me back. And that's something that I have to be able to let go of, because if I don't, I'm not going to change. I can tell that that's one of my biggest hinders, is the fact that my mood truly does affect a lot of the things that I do. And as a person who's learning to not let her mood affect a lot of things that she do, we have to understand that sometimes you really do have to act like the person you want to become. You know what I'm saying? Mel Robbins said it best. Act like the person you want to become. And no, like she said, it's not fake it till you make it. It's genuinely act like the person you want to become, because once you become her, him, whoever it is you want to be, that's how they act. So you're not faking anything. You're just getting ahead of the program. You're beating your future self to the punch. You're bringing your future into your present. So once it becomes your everyday life, you're equipped to know exactly what to do with it. That's what's happening. So motivation may be one thing that you're lacking, but discipline is the thing that you need. You have to have discipline in order to know that when you don't feel like pushing, you still gotta push. It's not up to you anymore. It's literally up in the air now. It's up in the air now. You got this ball rolling and you've done this big grand thing, or you're taking this risk on yourself. Now is the time for you to truly, truly, truly lock in and have that discipline to get out of anything. And it is even the most simplest of things. You want to make good grades? Okay, cool. You have to have the discipline to know I'm not going to go out. I'm going to study this day. I'm not going to go out this day. I'm going to study this day. I'm going to work harder this day so I can go out that day. I'm going to make those type of sacrifices for myself. For me, I'm going to have to start saying I'm going to create content every day. And some days I may not feel like it, but I can find a lazy way of creating content that still makes something impactful and entertaining. So it's genuinely all about what you want. So my question for everybody, even for myself, because I'm looking at myself in my camera right now, who do you want to be? Who are you? Both of those. Somebody was to ask you, like, who do you want to be in 6 months? Who is that person? For me, I know I would say in 6 months, I want to be a more active content creator, a more active YouTuber, because I am already both of these things, but I don't do it consistently. And this is something I want to build my portfolio on whether it's on a corporate level or whether it's something that turns into my job at some point or my career, right? So if these are things that I want to get done or things that I want to make happen for myself, then I need to be that person today. I need to be consistent today. So, who are you going to be? What are you going to be? That's what I want to know. That's the big question. What are we going to be? I think that's the question a lot of us want answers to, but we can't find them without finding ourselves. Until you find you, you're not going to find any of the big answers that are going to help you solve your biggest problem in the world, which is figuring out what makes you happy, stable, and at peace. And stability comes in all ways. Physical stability, having a roof over your head, making sure, everything's good, your health is great, all those things. Financial stability, making sure you got the money in your pockets and things of that nature. Stability in relationships, making sure you don't have that level of confusion. All of these things you will learn on your journey of trying to complete whatever goal you have. If you're going to do the work on the outside, you got to do the work on the inside. And for me, I'm learning as a content creator, I'm my own biggest downfall. So my inside work is learning to be more encouraging to myself, learning to be more responsible for my own feelings and emotions and how I choose to express them. And also learning that every word doesn't need to be perfect. But a lot of times we just need to get stuff off our chest. And that's fine. I'm learning to be more accepting of help. I'm learning to ask for help more. I am learning that everything that would make me a really great content creator are also all the things that I have to work on internally. So in doing the work for myself, I'm gaining that discipline within, which helps me have that discipline to be able to show up for you guys. Like today, I'm not entirely motivated to really speak, but I have the discipline to know I want to show up for you guys and give you some type of content to push you, even if I don't feel like it. We always don't feel like it. But we're going to do it because you're not only showing up for yourself, but you're showing up for others, right? And that's my little 2 cents for the day. Y'all know me. I'm going to be back either tomorrow or I'll be back next day. But y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. And this was Broke Believer Diaries, episode 4. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back. Bye.